morning everyone, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals. Big warm welcome from me, and actually it's lovely to be able to talk to you today. If you've been watching my channel recently, you know I've been doing these. I've been taking part in the Ugly Art Club 5-minute a day challenge, their April-May 2023 challenge, and basically it was making or creating or doing 5 minutes or more of art every day consecutively for 14 days. Well, actually 15, because there was a bonus prompt on day 15. That was my bonus piece, and I'm going to use that as a focal element on the journal that I'm going to be making to house all these little pieces in. But all those videos were silent. I just turned on some music, put the camera in hyperlapse, and didn't chat away. So I hope you didn't mind that too much, but I just wanted to focus on getting these done. And as I've just said, I'm planning to make a journal for these little things. So I thought that I would take you along with me. So let me bring in what I plan to use for my cover. I have here some packaging paper that we have here at home. Now this is really thick stuff. It's useless as wrapping paper because it is so thick. It really takes a strong sellotape or masking tape to actually hold it in place. So it's not ideal, and I've been wondering for a while what I could use it for. So I decided to use it as a journal cover. Now, as you just saw when I opened that up a moment or two ago, I've got a piece here that I folded in half and folded in half again, and if I bring in one of my pieces you'll see that it's much bigger than my challenge pieces, and the reason for that is because I've just eyeballed roughly the size that I need. Everything will need trimming down. I've cut myself very roughly 3 of those pieces of paper, and they will be my signature. I will roughly tear these down to size. All of these pieces have got some black stitching round, so my pages will. All the pieces have torn edges, so similarly my pages in my journal will. And this is the cover. Now I'm planning to do a trifold cover, and the reason for that is because there was a prompt for each one of these pieces, a new prompt each day, and I want to attach my prompts to each piece so that I know what the prompts were. And I'm planning to have them as dangles, so they'll be hanging out of the journal, so I want to protect them a little bit, and that's why I plan to have a trifold cover. This is the bonus page, and I plan to have this as my focal point on the front of my cover. What I do for the rest of it, I don't know as yet. I think I will just, same as I've done for the pieces, get out my Distress Oxides, bring out my remnant rubs, do some black stitching, maybe a little bit of collaging, and again, as I've just mentioned with the pages, I need to tear this down to size. So that's going to be on the front. For the closure, I'm thinking that I will use a piece of sari silk. This is the piece I'm planning to use. Now it's looking very, very grungy on camera. It is shot through with dark browns, rust, a little bit of black. There is some green in it, and I thought that that would be perfect to tie in with what I've got on here. And all I'm planning to do is put my sari silk behind that front piece there and do a simple tie at the side. And the reason for that is because that will leave me a good portion left over for me to use for another journal that I'm currently working on. Let's open this up. So this is what, push that off to one side and that off to one side. So for this, as you can see, this is double thickness as well, and I've got 3 folds here, but this portion here will eventually get cut away or trimmed away. I haven't done it as yet because I don't know the exact proportions for my signature going inside the journal until everything's in. So I want to give myself a little bit of flexibility to add more to the length of this final flap or not, as the case may be, but certainly most of this will be trimmed away, if not all of it. And what I'm thinking is that will fold in and that will fold over the top, and it'll tie down this right hand edge here. I'm thinking that I will have either a pocket or a belly band on the inside cover, because same as I've done with my Marguerite Miller Collage Weekly Planner Challenge, I like to have something inside my journals telling whoever opens them what the challenge is all about. So there will be a little information card either in a pocket or on a belly band inside there, and then my first piece will go on that page, and then my subsequent pieces, my second page will be there. I don't know if these are in order. My third page will be there, and so on throughout the journal. And I think I've calculated it right, so that I should end up with one here, but it doesn't really matter because I also have the back inside cover if I need it. And as I said before, this portion here to the right, where the fold is to the right, will go, that flap will go. So there we go, everybody. I need to make my little tabs first, or my dangles first, and I'm not planning to do anything that is extraordinary for those. I'm just planning to back them, ink the edges, snip the edges, trim the corners away and pop an eyelet in them, and then hang them with a jump ring off each one of these. So let's get going. These are all my little labels now finished off. Ideally, I would have liked some smaller eyelets to go in the corner of these, but I didn't have any. So I went with what I'd got, and these are 3mm eyelets, I believe. So I've put an eyelet in the corner of each one of these where the number was. They're all inked and snipped and backed, so they're all ready to go. And my pieces, this one already had an eyelet in the top right hand corner, but I've gone through all the others putting an eyelet there. I'm not going to put these on here or onto each page yet, because obviously I will need to position these on my pages, and I will need to use them to work out the size of my signature, etc, etc. So for the time being, I'm going to pop these to one side and these, and I'm going to get on with making the little information card that I want to put in the front of my journal. So I'm going to go into Hyperlapse now and show you that and how I create it. Before I go though, this is the bonus page, and this is what is going on the front cover. I decided to use the prompt for this one as well, but if you remember, I put a little label down at the bottom there, and that is actually the best place for this little prompt card. So I've just laid it over the top and punched an eyelet straight through that. So I'm going to glue that like that onto my cover, and this little thing can move backwards and forwards at will. So that's what I've done with that. Okay, on to the information card now. And this is what it looks like now. This is the collaging that I've done on the back. I've done a little bit of well, it's not collaging. I've just put a couple of strips along the top there, an old die cut that I had in my scrap box. That's what it looks like inside, a little bit of paper along the top. This is what I printed out, and I've just glued it inside. And as I've said before, I might make a pocket to tuck this into on the front inside cover, or I might just put a little belly band. I'm not sure. I certainly don't want to glue it down because I don't want to cover up the collaging that I've done on the back. So this video has got long enough, so I'm going to finish it here. I will be back with a part 2 and possibly a part 3 depending on time and the length of those videos, showing you how I get on with the rest of this little journal. So until then, thank you so much everybody for watching. I really do appreciate your company. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've been doing, and take care until the next one. Bye bye now.